It's a beautiful day in Central Texas. So I'm at my computer and Dave tells me, oh, there's a snake right here. And he was inside the house and the snake was slithering across our porch here. A non-venomous snake, not a big deal. But anyway, so I come over. He's like, come here and look. So I come over and the snake goes this way. I come outside. Dave's still inside. I come over and I'm looking at the snake, and then Dave comes out and has the door open, and the snake goes right here and into our house. So it slithered around, it went around. I thought for sure it was going to go like into the dryer or something, but it didn't. It went around in through our pantry and finally ended up in behind our stove and went up inside our stove. Fortunately, we were able to track it down, and then I grabbed it by the tail, and Dave got some tongs because he won't touch it, and he grabbed it. It was coming out of the stove, and so one end of it was in the stove and the other end was coming out, his head, or its head, he. Anyway, so then we took it, dumped it in our hamper here, and brought it outside. I'm gonna go release it away from the house, but I thought I would show y'all the snake that came inside our house. Okay, come on, little snakey. Oh, there she goes. Go eat some mice underneath our building here. There's the motorhome, and I'm inside of it. We haven't seen this thing in a while, but stuff has been happening with it, and Dave and I are gonna have some big news and videos and stuff regarding this, but I just want to show y'all something quick. Notice something is missing here. This is where the control pad for the transmission goes. It's the shifter pad. It had little buttons on it that you press to put the RV into reverse and drive and neutral. Well, we started having issues with this thing, and it was flashing, blinking on and off. We thought that it might have been some other things, which we addressed and didn't solve the problem. So I got on the internet and I started reading. And what I determined in doing that was that there were quite a lot of people who were having a very similar, if not same, type of symptoms as we were, and a lot of them sent their keypad and the ECU, I think it's called. That's the engine control unit. It's a computer basically that controls your transmission, allows your transmission to communicate with all of the stuff that it needs to know in order to shift properly. So anyway, we sent our unit in to this guy who is in Flower Mound, Texas, and he's supposed to be the guru. His business is called Transmission Instruments, I think. He's got a website. Ours was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but Dave and I weren't here, and I had to sign for it. UPS left us a note saying that he was here. We thought that we wouldn't miss him because he usually comes earlier in the day, or later in the day, and he came earlier. So he's supposed to try to re-deliver it today, and we're planning on being here the entire day, so we should get it today. We're looking forward to that because we have not been able to move the RV since that problem started, and that began happening a couple of weeks ago, maybe like almost a month ago, I guess. And it was like intermittent, you know, the keypad was flickering on and off, and so we were able to drive it. We're just really lucky that we never got stranded anywhere. You know, that it didn't decide to finally go totally kaput while we were not at our house. And I will report back to you and let you know what happens. Uh-oh, y'all. I had this bucket with some water that I'm using for my plants that are out here. This is a airplane or spider plant. I don't know what this is called officially, but it's some sort of a vine, ivy type deal. And this is rosemary that looks kind of sad right now. But I have, oh, the ladybug is still alive. Well, I'll help her out. But this butterfly thing here, I think it might still, oh yeah, that sucker's still alive too. Well, butterfly, moth, creature, I'm sorry that you fell in my water bucket. I will just leave you up here. And if you manage to keep on keeping on, good for you. Hey, little cow. The neighbor has cows, cattle, young cattle are in the pasture next door. I keep finding these all over the place. They wash up out of the ground. Sometimes they're covered up by leaves or whatever, but I find them. I found a lot of pieces too that are broken, but most of those I just toss. The old pop top things from cans. This place has been inhabited for many years, and there's all sorts of stuff that we're unearthing out of the ground around here all of the time. The interesting things like this. Interesting stuff I kind of keep. I toss it up here. Who is this? Who is this inside the door here? Oh, come on. Can you be a good dog? Oh, what a good dog. Oh, just be a good dog. I know. I know. I know, okay. UPS guy just dropped off our key shifter pad and the ECU.
Does it look like the same one?
It looks as though we got new buttons. Look. Those aren't the same buttons. They aren't. Theirs were all pressed in. I know that because I remember it. They had like indentions in them.
Maybe.
So, Dave and I, it's too... The sun is going down and we're about to eat. So we're not going to wait until tomorrow to put this in. But, anticipation.